thing I did want to say, so we've just done 2 or 3 dates into this thing yet, is that the audience reaction has been truly gratifying.
The right people like you guys today. That's.
Well, you know what it is that, and I mean it, I've got my own pet peeve going. You didn't get my full lecture tonight.
What, can you give us the abbreviated?
Yeah, the abbreviated version is how pissed off I am that people will pay $900 to see Celine Dion.
No,
and will not walk across the street to see a live band play.
Music tastes are in the toilet, but you know.
It's not just music taste, it's that you get people who profess to love a music or profess to love a type of music.
Right.
And then you're playing next door to their house and they don't come out because Jeopardy rerun they know the answers to or something.
Right.
It's gratifying when people show up in the right spirit, you know? And so far the audience has come, man, they come to have a good time.
Nice.
And we've had a nice blending, and it's particularly a nice blend of younger people. And that's what makes it really super, because part of our purpose, I know, is that people go back and they remember certain things. That's cool.
Well, sure.
Because I do that when I sort of remember the songs when we're playing. But for the younger people, they come up, we've never heard anything like that before, and that's what makes it.
Well, the thing I'm liking about you guys is, like you said about, the thing about the Doors. Oh, they're getting on stage with a couple members. Well, whatever. Where's the new album? You play one new song, whatever. This is a band that's come out with an entire new album. And all my friends here, what is it, Circus?
Circus Freak.
Yeah, my friend looked at me and he was like, man, this is a good song. And that's when I was like,
thanks.
Cool, man, other people, it's not even me, it's him. Other people are picking up on, here's an old band, they're doing new material, and I like what I'm hearing.
Well,
we prefer heritage band.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The thing was that we were lucky in a way because the aesthetic of our band wasn't tainted by other bands. I mean, we didn't go out and play I played studio dates, but not in a band situation. And the other thing is when we had 2 requirements to come back and play live.
Right.
And one was that we couldn't be bad.
And it wasn't. It freaking rocked.
And I appreciate that, but I mean,
it really did.
We were not going to go on stage and embarrass ourselves. Number 1.
No, you can't ruin the legacy.
Number 2, if we couldn't play new material and had to just play old material, we weren't going to do it either, because the band needs to be fresh about what they're playing as well as the audience. And so we at first ran into some people who didn't like the idea of playing new material.
Right.
But
you converted.
Either that or take a hike. It's like when we started the band and the way we recorded and the way we play now is we play what we like, and if you like it, that's really cool.
Right.
And that's the other aesthetic that's changed. Because back then, a lot of bands got to play what they wanted to play, And then it went from that to there's a 6 turnaround playlist and it better fit this thing, and so people were more concerned about does it fit within whatever genre niche you want to fall into, and we didn't really care. So now we'll get up and play what we think is right. And sometimes it's gratifying to have people hate you, man. It's apathy that kills you, not love or hate.
Like our hate, man. I want to ask you this: radios. Are other stations picking up on you? I mean, obviously, I've played you guys.
Some. The problem, the real.
And how about Europe also for radio and stuff?
Europe, what hasn't happened is we'll get played by some people.
Right.
We haven't gone through that breakthrough thing where somebody goes, oh man, this is really cool. And the real way it seems to do that now is to get involved. If colleges started playing.
Are you guys getting some college gigs too?
Not enough. Not enough.
Do you guys handle your own business as far as
no,
like
we have an agency that does.
You do? Okay. They're pretty good to you? Or no comment?
No. They're okay.
Are they getting you on some festivals?
Well, no. See, and that's the problem. What's happened right now is we just signed with them a while ago, and so this is our sort of like not only for the East Coast, but the hope and the idea is that we go out and play, and then people go, or guys who do festivals, I heard this guy's really good play, rather because otherwise you're just another band coming back and playing.
Right.
And until you prove yourself.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you guys about the psychedelic movement.
Well, James is here too, by the way.
You got to get that.
Rock on.
The psychedelic movement is kind of moving on since you guys, and it's like psychedelic and even punk have sort of merged, and bands like The Damned have been influenced by you guys. And I wanted to ask you about that, but also bands like Chrome. Do you know about those guys?
No, but if they like us, I'll listen to them.
I can tell you that they might not admit it, but the influence is very obvious.
Cool.
Yeah, no, you can hear a lot of the the right 60s bands and their sound and other bands that have come along and been very influential. And even bands like Prong, go check them out, you know, on YouTube or whatever. You can tell where they checked out a band that checked out a band that checked out the Electric Prunes, maybe the Doors, and maybe Moby Grape, and maybe some of the other bands that were coming out of California that were.
Right.
And each of these bands, the thing about the 60s is all the bands had their own identity.
Yes.
And you guys are another band that had your own identity, and you're coming back. And when I say I like the question mark and the Mysterians line, they got on stage and they did their own thing, and they came out and was very aggressive. They were very tight, and it was like you guys aren't coming out and you're ruining your legacy, because the gig was solid. I mean, everyone in the room besides the band would have to say the gig was solid. The band came out, the chops were together, they knew the material. There were clever things were going on stage. I mean, you bust out, not the maracas, but what was the other instrument you busted out with the
theremin?
The twanger, not the theremin, the twanger.
What's that thing?
The twanger was nice.
Sproinger. It has a real name.
Not the vibra slap, the twanger.
Did you use that back in the day, didn't you?
Pardon me?
The Sproingers new.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah, I mean, there's just new things.
Well,
that
he had one back then.
It.
It's taken him this long to learn how to play it. It's just been a while. Yeah.
No, but the thing I'm liking is the albums, you know, like I said, people are here tonight who have not heard feedback. I'm walking around during the concert because I'm, OCD and hyperactive, and people are, I'm talking to all my friends who are here who are big music fans, and they're saying, man, this new song's good. What's Circus Freak. They're digging it. So that to me says, this guy likes cool music, I know that. And he's picking up on my tune, it's something he likes. I know you guys sold some albums and CDs tonight.
Yep. But again,
it's all hard work. It's always hard work.
Absolutely.
When you're not selling a million albums, it's back to the hard work phase again.
Yep, and like I said, the audience has been very gratifying and very supportive.
Right on. What have you guys been doing for the past couple of years, though? Because there were other releases that came out before the Feedback CD, right?
Two other releases, right.
So
Artifact was the first one, and California was the next one, and then Feedback. So we've had 3 albums since getting back together.
So have you guys mostly been actually keeping out just like California type stuff, or had you? I really hadn't. I was sort of gonna wiki what you guys have been doing.
Well, it's kind of, it's hard to keep anything going for a period of time. You sort of get a little spurt of energy when you put something out, and then it dies down, and then you get another one. And you don't have a record company or a publishing company or a publicity agency promoting it. So you sort of have to grind it yourself, and it's and the market's changing so much, from an albums and a record CD market now to a downloading market, But people might know one song by you, but they no longer get into an album and get into it as a piece of work.
Well, do you guys have any ideas on how a band can survive just in the age of downloads?
LSD.
Get a job.
Just get high as a kite and don't worry about it.
I don't think anybody has a real strong idea on what the new market is going to be shaking up to. It's new frontiers, young artists, established artists that are trying to revive a career that was successful in the past. I think everybody's in the same boat now. It's a new world.
We're kind of all on a level playing field as musicians.
It has definitely leveled the playing field,
Because plenty bands come around, new bands and old bands. You're playing 75 people a night. You can have sold 1 million records in 1967, or you can be, Spin Magazine might have hyped your 7-inch. Guess what? You're on the same level now.